my dear students, how are you? I'm Gulianna, and today I am going to give you some fascinating tips to improve your English. I remember the first time I tried speak English, I was petrified, and no sound come out of my mouth. So, don't worry if you don't know perfect at first. With practice and with these three important topics we covered today, we can improve it. In the next few minutes, I'm going to explain the three rules of ED words, the root words, and cognate. The first topic that I teach you today are the three ED ending rules. So, let's start with the ED ending rules. What do you see in common in these three words? Glanced, ordered, tasted. That's right. They are all in the past tense and in ED. However, we have three different sounds: do, or it. Now, let's go over to three important rules. Rule number 1. If the present tense form the verb ends in a voiceless sound, the ed ending sounds like do. If the verb ends in a voiceless sound, no vibration in the vocal cords, like a whisper. Ed is pronounced like do. Example: wish. You can see wish ends like a voiceless sound, sh. So I pronounce the past like wished. Let's move on to the next examples. Talk, talked, kick, kicked. So the next rule is if the present tense from the verb ends in a voice sounds, the ed ending sounds like it. The voice sounds with vocal cord vibrations. This is the opposite with the rule number 1. So, what's happened here? Play. In this rule is important. Recalculate that play finalized in a vowel, so you pronounce like the sound. So play, played. Call is a strong finalized, so I pronounce called. Love, loved. The rule number 3. If the present tense from the verb base ends in the sounds of t or t, then ed ending sounds like it. It is pronounced like an extra syllable. For example, want, wanted, need, needed, decide, decided. Now practice. Mouth, mouth. If you hear mouth, sounds like a less sound, so the final sentence in the past sounds like t. Mouth, mouth. Raise, raised. In this case, is a vocal sound, so sounds like d. Attend, attended. In this case, you can notice that attend is finally in d, so I add the extra syllable, attend, attended. And this is all for the moment to the ed ending rules. Now let's move on to do a minuscule quiz. Choose the correct answer. Now, number 1. If a verb ends in a vowel sound, as in play, which ed sounds is correct? A. it, B, D, or C, D? Yeah, you're right. It's the letter number C, D. The next question. If the verb ends in a D sound, as in need, which ed sound is correct? A, it, B, D, or C, D? That's right. Letter number A, it. Number 3. If a verb ends in a P sound, as in flip, which ed sound is correct? Letter A, it. Letter B, T. Or letter C, D? Letter B, D. Number 4. If a verb ends in a N sound, as in turned, which ed sound is correct? Letter A, it. Letter B, D. Or letter C, D? Letter C, D. The second relevant point that I teach you today is the root of words. Honestly, I am stunned to discover that one word can generate many words. And in this moment, I'm going to show you how to do it. A root word is the most basic form of a word without prefixes and suffixes. Many English words come from Latin or Greek roots, and knowing them can help you understand the meaning of many new words. A root word carries the core meaning of a word. By adding prefixes before the root or suffixes after the root, we can create new words. For example, deconstructing words to get a root. In this case, deconstruct the word respectful. Respectful have the both suffixes and have a prefix. Respect only have a prefix, and expect is the root. So, as you can see, I can deconstruct the word and I can find so many new words, and this is fascinating. Now, let's move on to introduce more in prefix and suffixes. Prefixes are 1 to 3 syllables affixes at the beginning of the base to word. Change its meaning. For example, respect. Suffixes. A letter or group of letters which added to the end of the word, order to form a different word. For example, respectful. So, as you can see, I can have many words if I have a root and if I can use the correct prefix and suffix. Let's move on. As you can see, I have expect. Expect is my root, and they have a origin, Latin origin. So, expect have respect. That in this case, I only have a prefix. I have respectful. In this case, I have a prefix and suffix. Prospecting. In this case, I have a suffix and a prefix, and expective. In this case, I only have a suffix, and you can see I can difference the nouns, the verb ing. In this case, the verb is to expect, the root is expect, the adjective is expective. The last topic that I teach you today are connects. Connects open the doors to a gigantic world of words. So, in the next few minutes, I teach you the three types of connects. Immediately is recently, and in English I can say ultimately, but in Spanish don't means últimamente. That means por último.